Hi, my name is Rhonda Rice, and everybody loves a good burger. But you know, when you get those burgers that come from the store that are full of animal products, it adds cholesterol to your system. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a no-fail sun-dried tomato oat patty. And I'm going to show you how to make burgers that are absolutely delicious, look like a burger, flexible like a burger, and are great in a burger replacement. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the sunflower seeds, and it's 2 cups, and we're just going to get them into a nice mill. Perfect. Everything that we're doing, we're going to be adding into a pan because we're going to be putting them on the stove. So we'll go ahead and this is our sunflower seeds. Next, we're going to be doing the same thing to some walnuts. These oat patties are really wonderful. I have never had anybody complain. I've had everybody love them. Kind of pulse it. When it comes to doing the walnuts, we got to be careful so it doesn't turn into a paste or an oil. So we don't want to do it overdoing the blending. The thing that binds these together really is the oatmeal, which you'll see as we make the batter. We're going to be adding some nutritional yeast flakes to our pan, half a cup. Tablespoon of bacon. Now if you don't have bacon, it's another type of yeast that gives it the flavor of a smoked flavor, kind of like a bacon. It's called bacon. You can omit it if it's something that you don't have or you can't find. We've got 2 tablespoons of basil, 3 tablespoons of beef styled seasonings. I use McKay's. It has no MSG. It's a good one to use, the same as with chicken styled seasoning. We've got 3 tablespoons of that. It's also a McKay's. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder and 2 tablespoons of onion powder. That's all powders and nuts. For our salt, we're going to be using tamari, which is an organic, unfermented soy sauce. If you can't find that, you can use just your regular soy sauce. I have a cup of sun-dried tomatoes, which really gives it a new twist. 1 large onion that's all chopped. And then we're going to be adding our water. I have opted to use boiling water to get this going. So I've got 8 cups of boiling water. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the stove. It kind of turns into a little bit of a mush. Then we're going to go ahead and get this boiling again, which won't take too long. And then we'll be adding the oatmeal. When we add the oatmeal, we're also using 8 cups of oatmeal, and what we want to use for oatmeal is the regular rolled oats. We do not want to use minute oats. We do not want to use quick oats, just regular rolled oats. The faster the oat is cooked, the less nutrition is in it. They're starting to strip that, so we want to use regular oats. First, we need to get this to boil. You can actually add just about any type of flavoring that you would like to your burger. I choose sun-dried tomatoes because I do like that flavor in the oat patty. You could add extra garlic, you could add portobello mushrooms, whatever flavor that you like. If you just wanted a basil type or an oregano basil, any type of spices or rosemary, you can make this patty into anything that you desire. So whatever your flavor, go for it. Once this boils, we're going to slowly add the oatmeal, and then we're going to stir it in and then let it sit on a very small simmer for 5 minutes, and then we have to let it sit for 20 minutes. As it starts to set up, it becomes more of a dough, and it's perfect. And then as we make our patties, we'll be making them in a patty maker, and you will see just how easy that is. When you make the oat patties, it makes about 36 to 40 small patties, maybe about 24 to 25 large patties. So depending on the crowd that you're pleasing or how you're doing things, will tell what size you're using. If you've got a huge group of people and you just want to make a patty with a gravy and mushroom, sauce or whatever and bake it, you can do that. If you want to make burger patties the size of a burger, you can do that. So I'm going ahead and I'm adding the oatmeal now. It's starting to thicken. It's boiling away. This pan will be full and you'll have a lot of dough. So we're just going to go ahead and stir everything in. We don't want to over stir it and make it a mush, but we do want to get it stirred in quite well, make sure everything's wet. And that looks like it. It's boiling away. Okay, I'm going to bring it over so you can see what it looks like. As you can see, it's still boiling. It's thick, the oats are enlarging. You can see the sun-dried tomatoes, the onion, it looks really pretty, and we're gonna let it sit on the stove. We're gonna turn the heat down to the smallest simmer that you can get it, so as low as it'll go without turning it off, that's where we're headed. We're gonna give it one more stir, keep it from burning. And that's it. It's gonna sit and do its magic for 20 minutes. So we'll go ahead and set the timer. And in 20 minutes, we'll revisit that. Well, we're just about ready to do our burgers. And when we make a burger patty, our 20 minutes is up. Let's check our batter before we get into the patty. It smells wonderful. Now we're going to give it one final stir. As you can see, we don't want to stir it too much because it will be mushy. We just want to give it one good stir, and then we'll start making patties out of it. This is the texture of our burger patty. You can see that it spoon fits right up in it. It's a good batter and it's ready to make patties. Now, in order to make the patties, to have a patty maker that is so simple, I've chosen to use the old-fashioned way. We get a little bit of saran wrap, take a large mouth or a small jar, and lid. So we're going to put our little ball jar inside this saran wrap to where it's like this. We're going to take this portion of the saran wrap and put it through the ball jar, like so. And this will be our patty maker. It's very simple. Costs you maybe 25 cents to get one. Better than anything I've ever seen at the store where you get a patty maker and you got to press it and try and pull it out and everything. These make perfect every size, the same one, all day long. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of use a spray and spray our pan. Not too much, just to keep it from sticking. Use our ball jar lid, which is now our patty maker, and go ahead and fill this up. We're just going to press our batter, which we want to call our not burger batter, into the ball jar lid. And I like to make these thick, so I kind of like to have a little bit more coming out of it than just making it even to the top. Just kind of big, wrap it around. And then we're just going to go ahead and push the lid out. And there's our patty. It was very simple. When you go to bake these, you're going to bake them, and it takes a while to do this. So this is like a project for a day, an afternoon project. Because it takes the batter, as you noticed, it took us probably 10 minutes to make the batter. Then it took 20 minutes to let the batter sit. And then we're going to go ahead and make our patties. Don't those look beautiful? They've got different color, you've got different flavors in there, the onions, the sun-dried tomatoes. When you go to bake this, you're going to bake it at 350 degrees. for 20 minutes on one side, and then you're going to flip it for 15 minutes. As you can see, that's a little big. I do that on purpose because I want them to be moist. So these type of burger patties are way better. When you think about oatmeal and how the oatmeal is good for your body, and rolled oats, filling. When you eat meat, it collects into your cholesterol, and that's not a good thing. Every animal leaves a little bit of themselves inside of you when you eat them. So we're giving you the alternative of a healthy burger. We want you to be able to eat the things that you love, the things that you grew up on, the things that you're used to, but in a healthier way. And that's why we're sharing this patty with you. As these come out of the oven, they look exactly like a burger. I have never had anybody have one of these that didn't like it. They've always liked these patties. But it's worth it. These patties will sit in the freezer. You can put this in the freezer and they'll last a good couple of months till you're ready to use it. So the labor-intensive work that is put into these patties is worth it, because down the road when you want a patty, you can do a burger, pull it out of the oven, heat it up. You can add gravy to it. You can do just about anything with these once they're done. So these are our patties. We're going to go ahead and put it in the oven, like I said, for 350 degrees for 20 minutes. We're going to start it out like that. You want to preheat that oven? Okay. And then that we'll be flipping them, and then there'll be burgers for you. I hope you. Well, it's time to get our patties out. They've been cooking for quite some time. Wow. Now don't these look lovely? Remember, these look like a hamburger. They taste delicious with the sun-dried tomatoes in them. They're very pliable. You don't want to overcook them because you want to have them moist and pliable. These are sun-dried tomato oat patties, coming to you from Rhonda, because they are delicious.